Am I on? Oh, there, that sounds better. There's still room up here for anybody who wants to come up. Do we have all of our CYstarters? That's probably the most important question. Everybody's here? Awesome. So welcome, everybody, to the Economic Development Industry Relations Core Facility here at Iowa State University. Raise your hand if this is your first time in our space. Welcome. So there are restrooms around the corner under the stairs on both levels if you need to go there. So I'm Judi Eyles. I'm the director of the Papa John Center for Entrepreneurship. We're one of the residents in the building, and CYstarters is our program, and we are just delighted to have you here supporting our students today. It's kind of like Christmas in, I was going to say Christmas in July, Christmas in August. We've got them all ready and as a gift to you to share today. So are you all ready? Awesome. So if you are here because you're a university partner or friend or supporter, raise your hand. So we've got a bunch of university folks here. Community, friends, partners, great. Past CYstarters. Yay, always good to see past CYstarters. Parents, grandparents, friends of family. Yay, welcome. Anybody that didn't fit in that group? Okay, well, all of you welcome. This is a great crowd. I think I have slides here, maybe. So just before we start, I want to introduce the team at the Papa John Center because CYstarters is really a team sport. We have people that are specifically focused on this program, but everybody on our team helps with this effort, and hopefully you've all had a chance to interact. I'm going to skip over Jean Walsh, if you will raise your hand. She's up on the stairs there. Works a lot with the CYstarters program on the programming and meets with students weekly doing accountability. So thank you, Jean, for all of your efforts. And Ashley Sawyer is somewhere in here in hot pink, probably running around doing what she does, which is everything. No shortage of calories for the summer, right? Because she fed you really well. And there were snacks all the time, and she takes care of a lot of those events. And Peter Hong, if there's a tech business question, Peter back here is our Startup Factory director, also recruiting at least one of these student teams to now join Startup Factory, which is sort of our next accelerator opportunity. Hannah Kirkendall is here, right down over there. And Hannah coordinates all the mentors. So she runs our venture mentoring service program. So all of the mentors that helped all of the students were coordinated by Hannah. So thank you, Hannah. Alex and Blake are our CYbiz team. So they're in the back, purple, and Blake is relatively new with us. And Lindsay, if you've followed our social media, Lynn's been writing all these great stories. Awesome job on all the stories, almost done with all of them. And if you're not following our social media and you want to learn about some of these students, go back and find us because every student story is out on that social media channel or is coming soon. So great job, Lindsay. Sam Dialacher, probably taking camera photos. Oh, in the back, yes. Who is the other half of our marketing communications team, and the slides, the signage, the brochures, all the stuff that Sam does, and all of our social media. So Sam and Lindsay have done a great job of making this program visible to everybody. So thanks to all of you. And have I missed anybody besides Megan? No. And so Megan is our leader of CYstarters. So she's sort of the most important person here, has done a fabulous job. Megan was a CYstarter in cohort 1, right? So 2016, Megan came through this program with her business and is now leading this for us. So she's our assistant director of experiential programs, and all of those students know her very, very well because she bends over backwards to provide education, all of the activities that they do. She'll meet with students. She probably met with these students a lot even before they got to CYstarters. A lot of one-on-one. She's kind of like the mom of the program. And when you sit at a dinner with one of our guests and the students are going, so Megan, can we do CYstarters again? How can we get in here again? What if we bring a different business? Can we still come and see you? Can we hang out here? We don't want to leave, right? It gives you an idea the impact that Megan has on this program. So Megan, great to see you now in the leadership role, and thank you for all your hard work. We have an additional team member this summer. So Mike Lerman, Professor Lerman is in the back. So Mike is on loan to us, sort of, as a partner, our entrepreneurship fellow from the Ivy College of Business. And Mike had the role this summer to help engage with CYstarters, and we literally threw him in first week doing a weekly accountability to the students. Did a marvelous job. Hopefully you learned a lot. I know he contributed a lot to the students that he met with. So Mike, we're gonna miss you, but we really won't miss you. You just won't be here every day. So thank you for your work this summer. Teaches entrepreneurship. So if you're still at Iowa State, take his class because he's great. And this program really couldn't be possible without all of our partners. So it started in 2016. So sitting in front here, David Spalding is the Vice President for Economic and Development and Industry Relations. Mike Crum, who was a professor at the College of Business, was in that role when we started the program, and there was really the first group to stand up and support this program, followed by the Ivy College of Business, also managed by David Spalding, who is the Raisback Endowed Dean of the Ivy College of Business. So in both those roles, Dean Spalding, who you'll hear from in a little bit, has been pretty much our lead supporter and advocate. But along came all of the other colleges. So the students you'll see come from every college on campus, every undergraduate college on campus. And so we partner with all of these colleges to bring this program to you. So those colleges provide not only funding and support, but they are also developing and delivering programs in their colleges that help the students be better prepared for a program like CYstarters. So I'd love to give a shout out to the College of Agriculture. I don't think our Dean Robeson is here. Kevin Kimley is our partner with the Start Something initiative in the College of Ag. College of Design, so Dean Rico Gutierrez, and we had two people within their college that run the Start Something program in design, so Anna Luz and Andrea Quam. College of Engineering, so Sam Easterling is our dean, and then we partner with Dave Sly, who was a student entrepreneur at Iowa State many years ago, teaches entrepreneurship, does sessions for the CYstarters, and also teaches entrepreneurship in the Engineering College. College of Human Sciences, Dean Jolly is here. Yay, thank you for coming. And Linda Neem, I think, is also here. So some of these students have gone through Linda's class and programs and have ended up here, great supporters of this program. Liberal Arts and Sciences colleges, Dean Schmidtman, and then we have Assistant Dean Kirby and Rebecca Runyon, also a former CYstarter, who is now leading the Liberal Arts and Sciences College Initiative in Entrepreneurship. So there's a theme here. Once a CYstarter, always a CYstarter, and it always leads back to all these connected programs, which is great. And then again, our Papa John Center. So I get to introduce David Spalding, who has multiple roles at the university, but he's really one of our best champions. So he supports entrepreneurship in many ways at the college, but is a great cheerleader for entrepreneurship at Iowa State. And supports this program in a lot of ways. The Ivy College of Business has offered entrepreneurship degrees all the way from undergraduate through PhD, so we're now a globally recognized entrepreneurship program. We do a great job in the Ivy College of Business of educating students from all majors. And I'd love to introduce David Spalding to make a few remarks, who will then introduce Megan, and we'll get on with the show. Thank you, David Spalding.
Well, I thank you all for coming here today. This is one of my absolute favorite days of the year because it's an outstanding opportunity to hear these young people who've spent 11 weeks working hard on their business ideas, hear them give their final pitches here as part of Demo Day. And I've seen some of them pitch before, looking forward to hearing them pitch again today. So we're here in the Iowa State University core facility. And this facility is home to the Office of Economic Development and Industry Relations. That's basically 5 organizations who spend almost all of their time focusing on how Iowa State can engage and work with corporations. So we've got the research park that's located here. This building is in the research park. We have our Office of Innovation Commercialization, which is really our tech transfer area. CIRUS, the Center for Industrial Research and Service, which is our engineering extension group. The SBDC, Iowa's SBDC, Small Business Development Centers that work with small, mid-sized companies all over the state of Iowa. And then the Papa John Center. Now, we're not just home of the Papa John Center, we are home of the best entrepreneurship center on the globe. Yeah. Now, frankly, if you'd asked me 5 years ago, I would have said, we have the best damn entrepreneurship center on the globe here at Iowa State, but that would have been just me talking. So now, in fall of 2022, the Global Consortium of Entrepreneurship Centers, made up of 240 entrepreneurship centers all around the world, voted the Papa John Center here at Iowa State University the #1 entrepreneurship center on the globe, dealing with universities with enrollment of more than 5,000. Isn't it great to have the best center in the globe right here at Iowa State University? And then in June, Judi and Eugene got to go to Barcelona, Spain. And in Barcelona, the IEEE named us the top entrepreneurship center in the Americas, North, South, and Central America. That includes everything that goes up to the Arctic and down to Patagonia. Once again, amazing recognition for the team that we have here in the Papa John Center. So I'd like all the Papa John Center folks to please stand up so we can thank you for the great work you do here at Iowa State University with our entrepreneurs. So I've been really proud to be engaged with this outstanding group of people in my 10 years here as dean. And about 8 years ago, Judi came to me to talk about a new programmatic idea, the CYstarters program, and I was immediately all in. I mean, what could be better than providing students the opportunity to serve as interns in their own business for the summer and really see if they can take that idea to the next level. And again, it's really exciting having been with them at various stages along their journey, and I'm looking forward to listening to them today here at their demo day. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to somebody who has been a leader for Iowa State University for years. She was vice president of student government when she was an undergraduate, now stepping up to be a key player here for us in the Papa John Center, Megan Graettinger.
All right, quite the introduction. Thank you. So like Judi shared, I'm the lucky member of the team that gets to spend the summer with all these students. So I'm going to give you a really quick overview of the things that we do in CYstarters. It's 11 weeks, and these students dedicate full-time to working on their business. So they get some funding to be able to do that. So essentially they intern for their own company. They get mentorship and education sessions and accountability. And they are all in for those 11 weeks. We ask them to be here from 9 to 4, Monday through Friday, and they're all here to learn and grow their businesses. We do accountability with them every week. So at the start of the summer, they choose goals for their own businesses, and that's kind of how we help them keep track of their progress. So they really get to personalize their experience based on their business stage and their needs throughout the summer. Like Judi shared, they're students from across campus, so not everybody has a business background, and our education sessions are meant to kind of level set that. And we also do that really intentionally so that they can learn from each other and grow from the different backgrounds that they all share. And it is very cool to walk into the room and see them do that. So somebody with a graphic design background helps somebody make their slides look prettier, and somebody who's already on Shopify helps the other person get their listings up. I mean, it's just really cool to watch this group of people go from individuals who came into the summer with a business idea to a team of entrepreneurs who help each other grow and make their businesses better because of it. So way to go, all of you. Way to take advantage of everything that was available to you and make the most of your summer experience. They also get space to work out of. So during the summer, we kind of take over this building with CYstarters. And then in the fall, they get to go to the Student Innovation Center, which is a new building on campus. And they'll get a key to a special co-working room just for CYstarters, where they can work with other alumni and each other to have co-working space where they can stop in between classes and make more progress on their businesses. And that kind of brings me to the last thing on the screen, the community that they've created. So every cohort makes this great group of friends, but then they also get to know all the alumni, which there are so many in this room, and it's so fun for me to see, who act as peer mentors, and who partner with them, and there comes a point where you're not even sure which cohort you were in because you're friends with all of the people that have gone through the program. So it's just an amazing community of people that continue to help lift each other up and help in a space that sometimes can feel lonely and turn it into a team sport. So that's a little overview of the summer. And we could not do this without so many people donating their time and expertise to our program. So I just want to quickly go through some thank yous. If you were a mentor this summer, would you mind standing so we can give you a round of applause? Thank you so much. The students learned so much spending time one-on-one with you all, so thanks for spending the time. This is also a list of some of the education sessions that we did. So if you were an educator this summer and came in and donate your time, expertise, and energy to the CYstarters, can you stand up so we can give you a round of applause? And then during the summer, the students all got 30 minutes with each of these areas, so insurance, legal, and accounting. These professionals donated full afternoons for free to come meet with all the students one-on-one for half an hour at a time. These are areas of business that stop a lot of people in their tracks because it seems out of reach or unaffordable. So special thank you to everybody who helped with professional services and made that possible. So if we have anybody who did professional services, if you could stand so we can give you applause. And then the last group I want to recognize are the peer mentors. So these are all CYstarters alumni who wanted to volunteer and help with this year's group. So they met with them and just acted as a friend. And there were so many more people that raised their hand that we just didn't have capacity for. So if you were a peer mentor, if you could go ahead and stand up. Awesome, thank you all. And last, I want to give a shout out to cohort 8. After today, you all will officially be alumni of the CYstarters program. It has been very fun for me to get to know all of you. The very first day of the program, they started a Snapchat group chat, and that thing was active. They were chatting all the time, every day. If somebody was late, they would be in the group chat. Where you at? Come on, get here. They helped hold each other accountable. They cheered each other on. They hung out outside of CYstarters. They were taking conference rooms to practice with each other. I mean, they were just a great group of supporters and really a team from almost day one. So it's been a pleasure to see you all grow and watch your businesses grow. And we'll miss having you around the building, but you're always welcome here. And we're super excited for you to become alumni. So before we start what we all came here for, we have some awards to kind of tease. So at the end of the presentation today, we have a handful of awards that we're going to give out. The first is an Alumni Award. So this award started as one or two $1,500 awards, and as our CYstarters network has grown, this award has also grown. So this year we're giving away 3 $2,500 awards to alumni who have shown growth in their business. So we will save that for the end to announce who the winners were for that. We also have a CYstarters alumni who is a part of the first cohort who has given back to the program in a lot of ways, but one of the ways he does so is through an award for the current cohort. So Clayton has chosen somebody from this year's cohort to be the winner of his award that has shown grit and hard work and has made a lot of great progress. So we'll share that at the end as well. And then we also have the Bair Award. So Bair was a member of our team, and he was just a great supporter of CYstarters. He was the director at Iowa SBDC, and in the first few years of CYstarters, he was the accountability guy. So I was lucky enough to work with Ted as a student, and he really was just a stand-up supporter, always there. So these are some of his characteristics, and we are going to award a CYstarter supporter and student that we think reflects Ted's characteristics at the end of the presentation today. And we have a few more awards for this year's cohort. So there are 5 mystery judges in the audience today. And there are 5 $1,000 awards that will be given away to the 5 best presenters according to the mystery judges in the room. You won't know who they are until the end. And so it's just a little extra something to help give you motivation to do your best pitch yet. And with that, I want to say a special thank you to Kurt and Kristen, Jaden, for giving the money for that award. So thank you for the donation for us to be able to give away these surprise $1,000 awards today. Thank you. All right, now we're done talking, what you all came here for, the pitches. So we're gonna have them all go through the pitches. When they're done, I want you to cheer as loud as you can. This is not a stuffy pitch. This is meant to be a celebration and fun. So feel free to cheer and clap and have fun with it. We want this to be interactive. And then they will introduce the next person. So we're gonna flow through pitches from here. So first up, we have Andrew Bergerson and Jacob Elliott of True Force Technologies.
Hi, my name is Andrew Bergerson,
And my name's Jacob Elliott.
and we are 2/3 of True Force Technologies. Strength is and always will be an important factor for strength coaches and athletes around the world. Strength is both highly correlated with improved performance and a lower injury risk. But there's 2 problems with strength. This is a 700-pound deadlift. If anything goes wrong, he's at a significantly higher risk of injury. The second problem is it's messy. It's hard to keep track of the data. Here's a real-life example of how colleges keep track of their data. This is where True Force Technologies comes into play. Our machine adjusts up and down up to 6 foot. This means you can do anything on our machine that you can do with a barbell. Then the bar locks into place, meaning there's no load on the athlete, making it much safer. The second way we fix a problem is by automating data collection. Data will automatically be saved to our platform and sent to database, cutting out the pen and paper. But you don't just have to take our word for it. We have thousands of trials done at Iowa State through wrestling, gymnastics, and cross country. Through the 6 trials we've ran, or trial blocks, we've had 0 injuries, where they've maxed out the traditional way with 6 injuries resulting in 30 mixed practices.
For all these trials done at Iowa State, we've been successful intermixing technology with the weight room. We have created a machine that has a simple user interface, a machine that's quick and safe, and a machine that provides meaningful data. I'll talk a little bit about the simple user interface. To start off, we create an interface using customer discovery that's tailored directly to the coach's needs.
So for a quick demo, what you're seeing on the screen is exactly the display Jacob's going through. First, you select your team. Again, a wide variety of teams could use this device. Also, you click the exercise. Anything a barbell can do, our platform can do. And finally, you click the player. Now the platform has everything it needs to send the data and collect it. Now for a quick demo lift. It's that quick and that easy. And now the coach has all the meaningful metrics they need to improve their strength and conditioning.
After that, I can choose to save this data, which will be uploaded directly to an Excel sheet where the coaches can view those trends, or I can delete it and try a new trial.
So here's a little recap of our machine versus a traditional way of maxing out. They both offer a wide variety of lifts and provide meaningful data. But what separates us is it's much quicker for a full team to go through our device than a traditional barbell. It also has a lower injury risk and it's less fatiguing, meaning athletes can perform a lift on our platform and compete the next day. It also has automated data collection. True Force Technologies hasn't always been where it is. Here's a picture of our first prototype, unpainted, simple display. Our second one, we went to a manufacturer, looks a little nicer. We've got a touchscreen, but it doesn't have the capabilities ours does today. Since CYstarters, we've launched our product, the Force platform, which is a lot more done up. But not only the product, we've learned so much about business through CYstarters.
We're really excited about CYstarters, but we're also excited about our future as well. Given that, we are currently working with an attorney on a patent on our device. We're also working with high-level coaches that really enjoy our device and really see its potential for endorsements. We're also looking for a home for our 3 new MVPs in high schools and universities. Given that, we are really excited about our site, or really excited about our future, our platform, and our software. If any of this interests you, we would love to talk later at a booth. We're also hosting a little deadlifting competition, and the winner at the end of the day will receive a little prize.
Thanks for listening.
Next up, we have Maddy Ladehoff with Dancing with Miss Maddy.
Eight out of 10 dancers are injured every year. In 2020, I was one of those 8. I had 2 hip surgeries that could have been prevented if my dance teachers had proper training. That's why when I started Dancing with Miss Maddy in February of 2021, I knew I had to be a safe educator. An important piece of that was getting the proper education. So I started a dance coaching major here at Iowa State University so I could be just that. Another one of our core values is inclusivity. We believe that any body can be a dance body. Dancing with Miss Maddy offers dance lessons, choreography, and curriculum. Our dance lessons are designed for kids ages 3 to 18 and incorporate fun combos, music, and games to explore the love for dance. Our choreography offers exclusive rights to performance pieces customized for the dancer. These are performed at competitions and recitals all around the state of Iowa, as well as weddings. And then finally, curriculum. I offer my curriculum that I use in my classes to other dance teachers who want to incorporate that into their studio. These are the 6 key principles of Dancing with Miss Maddy. We're gonna dive into them a little bit deeper. We have dress code flexibility. Typically with dancers, you think of a leotard and tights. But we want our dancers to be confident and comfortable, so that's why we just ask that they wear athletic clothing. Next, we prioritize age-appropriate costumes, choreography, and music, so our parents are comfortable with what their dancers are performing on stage. Next, in our super long practices, over an hour, we make sure to take a break to refuel our minds and our bodies so we can have a more productive practice. A lot of teachers will just start randomly grabbing their students' arms and legs and moving it to where they want it to be. That's not very safe, and we want our dancers to be comfortable, so we ask before we manipulate them. And if they're not feeling that today, it's a-okay. We've got other teaching practices we can use. Additionally, we prioritize mental and physical well-being in the dance space. This is an example of my curriculum. We always set a word of intention for today's practice, so we're laser focused on what we want to get out of it. And before a competition, we talk about what's in our control and out of our control, especially when those judges' scores come back and it's not what we wanted. For physical well-being, we take breaks and make sure we stay hydrated. And finally, we have diverse class and workshop opportunities. This is a drag queen story time and dance lesson that I hosted in June that was a lot of fun and got kids involved in Pride. Additionally, I studied abroad in Spain last summer where I learned to teach dance in Spanish as well as cultural dances like the flamenco. Since February 2021, I have a 100% customer retention rate. I've choreographed 10 custom pieces and I have 3 new class options. I've also partnered with a studio in Urbandale at the Change Dance company, as well as my dancers have excelled at all of their competitions. Moving forward, we're offering wedding choreography. I choreographed my first wedding this summer, and it was so much fun that now I have a package. I also started working with my dancers on their competition dance choreography in June, and they will start competing that in January. I'm offering dance classes for kids ages 3 to 6 in Ames this fall that start on September 13th, and I'm teaching on Saturday mornings at the Change Dance in Urbandale. I'm moving forward. I'm looking for a studio space and permanent home in Ames to get more established in this community. Take the leap with me by registering for fall classes today or inquiring about your wedding choreography. Thank you. Next, let's welcome Blake Price with Plant Nannies.
For centuries, plants have been a staple of interior architecture, and in this time, a lot of plants have died. We all know someone who can't keep a plant alive or refuses to even try. With 2/3 of American households having at least one houseplant, it was no surprise to me that the average person kills 7 plants in their lifetime. Aside from this, plant care can be time-intensive and quite confusing for beginners. As well, it's very difficult to find anyone who cares about your plants as much as you do, especially qualified people. That's what led me to create Plant Nannies. We provide convenient plant care services by bringing the horticulture expert right to your door. By meeting the plants in their traditional environment, it's easy for us to see what they need going forward. Our expert services don't just stop at plant sitting while you're away, but our other most popular services are repotting and interior scaping, where we can take a blank space and elevate it with the perfect green plants. I'm Blake Price, founder and CEO of Plant Nannies, and by collecting over 100 houseplants, I learned it wasn't easy to go out of town for just a few days. Growing up around horticulture my whole life, it wasn't until I came to ISU, taking my first crop science class, that I found my passion for plants and how they work, and learned the benefits that they shared to myself and those around me. Through my studies, I've kind of cracked the code on keeping plants alive. The difference that Plant Nannies offers is we are focused on residential customers. We come right to your door and provide compassionate plant care to the plants you already have and the ones you get in the future. The current alternatives are to scour the internet for options to help your plant, call up or go to a local plant store, and you might be sitting around hoping that your neighbor's kid reminded to water your garden while you're away. Our most popular services being vacation care and our expert consulting services. We run at about $35 an hour, and some of the other things depend on the materials included. Since launching our business in early December of 2022, I have continued to dig our roots deeper by getting our LLC, opening our website, and working with over 350 plants, as well as partnering with 4 plant shops in the area. You may be wondering, how are we going to scale this? Well, currently I am the only plant nanny, but with dreams to make an Uber-like model, I want to use independent contractors with green thumbs, trained by me, to scale our app, or our eventual app, from Iowa to many Midwest cities and eventually all across the US. With eventually opening an app, we would use this for convenient booking and to create a community of plant lovers in the area. With a green thumb and a helpful smile, Plant Nannies is at your door, at your service, and everywhere in between. Use our QR code to see our website or stop by my table to get yourself a little plant grown by me. Help me in bringing the Uber of plant care to the phones of millennials everywhere. Please help me in welcoming Dakota Belling and Eugene Meyer with Bovi-Jet.
All right, howdy y'all. We are Bovi-Jet. And a constant problem for farmers today is parasites. Parasites like flies, lice, or ticks can all affect a herd's health negatively. And currently, a common practice is for a farmer to go out into the field with a bottle of medicine and then spray that medicine on each cow. That takes a long time. It's like a frontline for your dogs. But this isn't just a dog. This is maybe a 1,000-pound ornery mama cow. And it's not just one of them. It's probably 500 of them. And you're stuck out there all day with a half bottle of warm Gatorade. Surely there's got to be a better way we can do this, right?
Enter the Bovi-Jet. Bovi-Jet is an automated medicinal spraying system for cattle. And as the cow walks through a standard chute, as you can see in the animation, and this cow is not to scale. It's a little bigger in real life. But it's passed through, it automatically receives the proper drug and dose as prescribed by the farmer, using the adjustment knob up top there. Initially, we had this determine what exactly needed by an RFID scanning method that would scan the EID tag in each cow's ear. However, as we went through CYstarters, we discovered that there were a lot of small farmers and herds that didn't quite use that EID technology in their herd yet. So they would be a little dissuaded from using something so fancy. So we decided to make a second version that is much simpler. It utilizes a simple IR beam that runs across like a garage door opener. And as it runs through, it automatically receives the proper drug. And it can attach to existing hardware, which makes it a lot less expensive to manufacture and much more persuasive for smaller farmers to adopt.
Now, you probably heard us say Bovi-Jet a couple times, and you're wondering, what the heck is that, right? So Bovi is short for bovine or cow, and jet is just a stream of liquid. Smash that together, you get Bovi-Jet. Up here on the screen, we've got kind of an example scenario. On the left side there is what current practices are. Normally you'll have 4 people out there rounding the herd up, running them through a squeeze chute system, and it just takes a long time. Once you implement the Bovi-Jet, we can cut out a person as well as process cattle faster. So you save $400 and 2 hours worth of labor.
You can see on the map here, with over 90 million head throughout the United States, discovering that about 80% of that entire population was of that smaller herd. We then were able to move forward and say, hey, maybe we do need something smaller that would be a lot easier to use.
So I'm Dakota, and I grew up going down to my grandparents' farm and always enjoyed going and see the cows. I'd say it all the time. And that led me to work at the Iowa State Dairy Farm while I was here at Iowa State, and ultimately to get onto this project.
My name's Eugene Meyer. I did industrial engineering degree with a minor in sales engineering. And I'm never a farmer, but big thing in industrial engineering is constantly finding ways to improve processes and help people out. And I've always had a big knack for entrepreneurship since I could push a snowblower at 12 in the cold Chicago winters. It was pretty profitable.
So a little bit about our timeline. We started just last September as a class project, and by the end of the semester, we had our first prototype in the Iowa State Dairy Farm and operable. Then we decided, this is actually a business, and we created our business entity. And then this last spring, we went and pitched a lot. And one of our most notable things was winning the College by College pitch-off. Another thing we did was went and participated in VentureWell. And VentureWell is a national grant program. And so we have the opportunity to apply for more funding with them. We're here at Demo Day. We're in CYstarters. While we've been in CYstarters, like Eugene mentioned, we developed our third prototype. And so that's been a huge focus for us to pivot this summer. Looking forward, our next year, we are looking for beta testers. Lice season is coming up this winter for the northern farmers, and so we want to get out and test our product as much as possible, and then have 100 customers by next August. To date, we've raised just over $24,000, in non-dilutive funding. And like I mentioned, we are looking for beta testers and just to, in general, grow our network. So if you know someone or you have a cattle operation yourself, please contact us, stop by the booth. We'd love to talk to you. Next up, we have Nguyen with Chingu's Barbecue.
Last summer, after my freshman year, I had the opportunity to go to South Korea for a 3-month internship. During my time there, I got to experience the rich and vibrant culture that South Korea had to offer me, including its customs, its traditions, its language, but most importantly, its food. I remember the first night I landed in South Korea, I went straight to a Korean barbecue restaurant where I met up with my internship cohort that same night. And for 3 hours, we were just munching and feasting on some of the best marinated pork bellies we've ever had in our entire life. It was truly a life-changing experience for me. Now, thinking back on that moment of that night, I came to the realization that Korean barbecue was much more than just good food. It was much more than just cooking a piece of meat on a grill. You see, Korean barbecue is really all about the experience that you create and share with others. It's a place where families come to meet together. It's a place where friends go to celebrate a special anniversary. It's even a place where coworkers go to after a long day of work. It really promotes that environment to foster long-lasting relationships, to network, connect with other people, and build your own sense of community within your own space, just like I did that first night. My name is Nguyen, and I'm the CEO and founder of Chingu Barbecue. Now, just to be clear, I'm not Korean. I'm actually Vietnamese, but I do love myself some Korean food. Chingu in Korean quite literally translates to friends. So my business name means friends barbecue, or having barbecue with your friends. Now, as soon as I got back to the States, I immediately realized there's a problem. All the Korean barbecue places around here are in the bigger cities like Minneapolis, Chicago, and even Kansas City, all of which for us Iowa folks are very far away and out of reach, making them inaccessible. On top of that, even if you do go to these places for Korean barbecue, they're often very, very expensive, which can steer people away in the first place. My solution is to make Korean barbecue more easily affordable and more affordable and more easily accessible for everyone to enjoy. That's why Chingu's Barbecue exists. I create meal kits that has everything you need to make authentic Korean barbecue all in one package to deliver straight to your door. This way, you're able to enjoy Korean barbecue at the comfort of your home. This is what my starting Korean barbecue kit looks like that feeds 4 people. The best part about this is that you're able to personalize and customize your own kit through the 3 protein options that we offer, which includes pork belly, thinly sliced beef, and beef short ribs. On top of that, we also offer a variety of vegetables, side dishes, sauces, and even rice for a grand total price of $135. Compare that to $180. $180 is the number that I calculated based on all the average prices of the nearby Korean barbecue places, and comparing that to $135, my meal kit is very reasonably priced. That offers an excellent amount of portions for your experience. CYstarters has been a journey, to say the least. It's been a roller coaster ride for me, and I have made a lot of progress this summer. During CYstarters and throughout the summer, I have made a lot of progress through customer discovery, where I discovered more of my target market. I have also worked with a lot of local suppliers for me to source out the best, highest quality ingredients I can get for my product. On top of that, I also did a lot of MVPs and experimented a lot of recipes to figure out what's the best product for my kit. And I'm proud to say that today, on demo day, I'm officially launching my product, the Korean barbecue kit, to the market today. So, if you would like to foster your long-lasting relationships, or even spend more time with your friends and family, or even enjoy a new cultural dining experience, then scan that QR code where you'll be redirected to my website and get 10% off your first order through a special code that's only available and valid today here on Demo Day. So with that, I first want to thank the John Papa John Center of Entrepreneurship for everything you provided for us. Thank you, Megan, Dean, Judi, everyone involved. I also want to thank my cohort for such an amazing and memorable summer that you've given me. It was definitely memorable. And I also want to thank everyone here coming today to hear me and to hear everyone else in CYstarters. Now with that, I hope to see you and your Chingus at Chingu's Barbecue. Up next, we have my boys, my homies, Tom Collins and Mike Joensen from Tom Collins SoCo.
All right, I gotta make sure I unmuted this thing. All right. Hi, I'm Tommy Collins.
I'm Mike Joensen.
And we're Tom Collins Soap Company. The men's health market is failing us. Over 99% of all soaps, shampoos, conditioners, and body washes that you see in the store today are classified by the FDA as synthetic detergents. That's a serious problem, and the men's health market has a long way to go. After some research, we found that the general competitors in the men's soap market have two general characteristics. They either have natural ingredients or are health-focused and care about the men's actual health and routine. We found that Crate 61 is a small Canadian company that's more of a mom-and-pop shop that uses fantastic ingredients, but they do it on a very small scale with a small mission. Then we have Dr. Squatch, that's a very health-focused, fantastic mission company, but they don't use the high-quality natural ingredients that we're looking for. That's where Tom Collins Soap Company comes in. We make simple, natural soap for health-conscious men, so we can provide them with the best, most accessible form of high-quality showering goods. So a little bit of a story. I've always had sensitive skin. I had rashes, bumps, all you can imagine, you name it. I tried every soap on the market, Old Spice, Dove, you name it, I tried it. Never worked for me, so I attempted at natural soap. I found that it ended up smelling like dirt, not lasting long on my skin, and generally being a dissatisfying experience. So I figured I could probably do it better, right? And in high school, 3 years ago, I started making my own soap. It's been quite a long process. And then I brought on my best friend from high school, Michael Joensen, who we ran track together. He kind of thought it was just a hobby in the beginning.
It was a cute hobby. I loved it.
Yeah. And then you can see up on the screen, we kind of have a little bit of an evolution. So we ran track together, got our gas masks for the first time at the same time, and generally transitioned into making our soap. Our simple natural soap is made with just 7 ingredients: lye, water, and essential oils, which include sweet almond oil, castor oil, coconut oil, olive oil, and shea butter. And these are all research-backed ingredients that are highly, highly nourishing for your skin. And they're all easy to say.
And so through customer discovery, we've discovered that our customers care about personal hygiene, the scents, and natural ingredients, all of which that Tom Collins Soap Co. provides. And through our progress, we've had over $4,000 in sales. Half of that has been through the CYstarters program. Thank you very much. We've sold over 550 products, including soaps, accessories, trays, anything to encompass your showering experience. And we have 2 new wholesale partners, Local Supply Co. in Huxley, and Schoner's Patisserie, which is a corporate gift box company here in Ames. We've also improved our website. We had different iterations, including natural, birds and bees, which was our original branding. And then we've also improved our social media presence, having regularly scheduled posts and a schedule for that. Furthermore, we've improved our packaging, going from a cheap paper slip to highly refined and quality boxes with a scent hole, so you can be able to still smell the soap while going through your experience. Finally, we've also done more products such as the trays, the dishes, the loofahs, and t-shirts. And once again, here's our wholesale partners. Shout out Mindy Bergstrom from ZW Mercantile. She's been an excellent mentor for us through CYstarters.
So some next steps for us, our one big thing that we want to do is increase our retail presence. We got those 3 wholesale partners, but we're looking for more. So if there's anything that the community can do for us, if you have a wholesale shop or a retail shop and you're looking for men's natural soap, please come and find us. We'd love to work with you. And then our next step is to upgrade production. So we've been making it in a stock pot that you can buy at Walmart in my garage for the longest time, with the capacity of about 60 bars an hour. Well, we just received about 2 days ago our gigantic industrial melter that can do 1,200 bars an hour. So that's quite a jump for us. And then our final goal and next step is to partner with other companies that have similar missions with us. So we appreciate you guys coming. We appreciate you guys supporting the cohort and our soap company. We'd love it if you could stop by our booth or scan this QR code to order soap today. Thank you. And next up, we got Zackry Brannen with Perfect Plantista.
I nearly threw away several $100s worth of houseplants because of one little bug. During the lockdown of 2020, when I first started hoarding houseplants, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Like many others, I had been purchasing my plants from big box stores who generally don't take the best care of their plants, leaving them pest-prone. At that point, I had tried everything I could think of to get rid of the fungus gnats and other creepy crawlies that lived in all of my plants, including the market's leading insecticides, the best DIY solutions I could find on the internet, and while I was scouring Facebook groups and other online forums to see if anybody had a cure for my houseplant hell, I realized I wasn't the only one who couldn't get rid of their houseplant pests the first time. That was also when I realized you can still get houseplant pests even when you take extraordinary care of your plants. And this was common amongst these Facebook groups as well. And unfortunately, if your plants are sick, your houseplant pests are even more difficult to get rid of. And the insecticides that would have worked for both of these applications had very toxic, highly corrosive ingredients that I didn't want around myself, my family, or my pets. The market's #1 DIY solution to this was neem oil, but I didn't like using it because it smelled awful. This was a common occurrence amongst everybody else in these Facebook groups as well. So instead of throwing away all of my plants, I decided to go crazy during lockdown, as we all did. I ended up spending 6 months testing a formula for a natural houseplant insecticide using what I knew didn't work based off of all of my tests, scholarly articles, and after sending it out to people on Facebook groups and having them rave about it, I decided to launch our naturally based, non-toxic houseplant insecticide that is comprised of neem oil, cinnamon bark oil, and peppermint oil for a safe, yet super effective formula that gets rid of your houseplant pests the first time. And when we compare this to the other competitors, what makes us different is that our insecticide actually works, and it's non-toxic and doesn't stink. We have 2 different target markets that we've sold to since the beginning of our business during the summer of 2021. And that is our business-to-consumer side and our B2B side. On the business-to-consumer side of things, we found that our target market are women aged 25 through 55 who have 10 to 50 houseplants and are in need of houseplant care. On the business-to-business side of things, we love to partner with boutique houseplant stores who have a bunch of plants, ranging from beginner-friendly plants to the most exotic, extreme, crazy expensive plants you can think of. We're currently in 25 stores across 12 different states. With that, we have partnered with 3 stores, my favorite one being in Oregon. I flew out to Oregon just to create a Facebook ad with them. I will get more into the crazy growth that has happened because of that. Here's Perfect Plantista by the quarters. You will see in yellow when Perfect Plantista was first started. We've had slow, steady growth all the way to the end of 2023. And then the business started dying, and I didn't know what to do. So I took a loan of $6,000 and bet everything on it that I could pay back that $250 a week that I had made the previous month. Poured that into Facebook ads, and now I'm happy to report Perfect Plantista has generated over $180,000 worth of revenue just this year, selling 8,000 bottles of insecticide. With that, we have partnered with 3 plant stores out of the 25, so there's more room to grow, to create Facebook ads. And to continue this growth throughout the summer and focus on what really matters, CYstarters, I was able to hire 2 full-time employees to do everything from manufacturing to shipping of the insecticide. The next steps to continue adding fuel to this fire for Perfect Plantista would to be getting influencers during this quarter and next quarter, as we have already played with this and have found fantastic results, way more profitable than Facebook ads and way more predictable. Facebook ads are a little shaky right now. During quarter 1 of 2024, we want to release a new product. I'm thinking propagation powder. That will make sure that your plants don't rot when you propagate them in water. During quarter 2 of 2024, we want to have our website fully fleshed out with education on every plant and every pest you can think of, so that in quarter 3, we can hopefully launch an app that allows you to scan whatever plant you have with whatever pest you have, and it will give you a detailed outline of how to take care of that pest and that plant, with links back to our products. And finally, in the last quarter of next year, we want to be in all 50 states, selling in multiple stores in some of the best stores on the planet. Now, to keep up with this crazy progress, please look underneath your seat for that piece of paper with a QR code on it. You'll notice to the right of it, there's a number. 3 lucky people will be walking away with a bottle of houseplant insecticide for free. To find out if you're a winner, and if you or a loved one are suffering with houseplant hell, please come see me at my table and learn more about Perfect Plantista for happier, healthier houseplants. Thank you. Next up, we have Mia Nichols with C'est la Crepe.
Years ago, my mom came from France to America, where she decided to study for college, met my dad, and stay in the States. Since then, she wanted to bring France to us. So every Sunday, we'd have brunch. We'd have all different kinds of foods, but my favorite being crepes, or as you Americans say, crepes. We'd make so many that they'd last for days afterwards, and we'd have toppings up the wazoo. Now, with sharing the love of food and the French culture, I decided to start C'est la Crepe food trailer, where we sell sweet and savory, authentic French crepes to satisfy your cravings and needs. I got the name from the French phrase c'est la vie, which means this is life. C'est la Crepe literally translates to, it's the crepe. So, and Eyles are limited European quick cuisine and late night fast food options. With my trailer, I plan to fix both of those problems. With my mobile unit, I'll be able to go straight to the customer, which is beneficial for both of us. And then I'll be serving two main crepe shells. I'll be selling the sweet shell and a savory shell. The sweet shell is what is more typically well known in the Americas, that has toppings such as chocolates, fruits, sweets, cobblers, things of that nature. And then what is traditionally known in France as a galette is a saltier version of this with vegetables, meats, cheeses, and things like that. In the spring of 2023, I went to the ISU Small Business Fair where I debuted my crepes for the very first time. Even with the hailing weather, I was able to sell about 40 crepes and learn that this was something that Eyles community wanted. Since I started CYstarters, I went to a few different markets. My first one being in Pleasant Hill, where my generator unfortunately blew out and I wasn't able to sell. This was extremely stressful because I had about 60 crepes worth of ingredients, but luckily I was able to pivot and come to the ISU Research Park here and do a pop-up the next day. I was able to sell out in over 2 hours, and that was just so amazing to get that kind of traction in just my second event. Since then, I've been back to Pleasant Hill with a working generator, fret not, my hometown in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and Nevada Farmers Market. I've also been doing local pop-ups with businesses in the Ames and Des Moines area. I did a pop-up with Bergie's Coffee last week, and I have a few more with Dog-Eared Books and Prairie Moon Winery up next. I've done 7 markets since I started my business, and I've generated over $2,000 in sales. I started in April with the small business fair. I took a break in May when I started, with finals and CYstarters and everything. And then in June and July, I've sold over 300 crepes. In August and September, I hope to double that number and to continue to grow the business. My best sellers are Nutella Strawberry and Banana, which is my personal favorite, Goat Cheese Spinach and Prosciutto, which is a delicious dinner, Peach Cobbler, and Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. During the 4th of July weekend, I found the perfect trailer for me, and my family and I went down to Austin, Texas to get it. Originally, I wanted a small 7-foot cart that I could bring on Welch Avenue, but I decided to expand and get a larger vehicle so that I can have more production. My trailer is 16 foot, and it's still in renovation right now, but I hope to open in the fall. I'll be open in the fall semester, hopefully Thursday through Saturdays for late night options for those wanting a sweet or savory snack. And then for more friendly family audiences, I'll be at weekly markets and local pop-up events, such as the winery that I was talking about earlier. We'll be doing the September Sunset Soiree, which will have live music, food, and activities for you to do. CYstarters has been a great experience for me this summer, and I hope to continue to grow as the years go on. This summer has definitely been one to remember, and let's make fall even better. Scan this QR code to sign up and get your ticket for the September Sunset Soiree at Prairie Moon Winery at September 29th. Thank you. Up next, Kaleb Nichols with Akyn.
So this is my business, Akyn. It's an art-based event organization for Black youth. So a little bit of facts about me, the founder. I'm currently a rising senior attending Iowa State University. I'm a liberal studies major with a minor in African American studies, another minor in sociology. And I have also been an artist throughout my entire life, most notably being a spoken word poet. So there's a problem. I remember growing up in Iowa, a lot of the times I'd be at my classroom in Central Academy, I'd be the only Black student. Myself and other Black youth often face the feeling of being unappreciated, unwanted, imposter syndrome, susceptible to gang violence, and we have limited outlets to showcase our creativity. Well, only 4.3% of Iowa's Black population is currently within the state. With such a low demographic, there's been often a lack of initiative to create environments and opportunities for Black youth. So I created a solution. In 2021, I created Akyn. Akyn is an art-based event organization that prioritizes creating cultural environments and safe spaces for Black youth. Within Akyn, we do art events, community events, and so much more. Akyn has many real-world benefits, which I'm about to get into right now. We give back to Black youth directly through our events that cater to their cultural wants and needs. We've connected with over 150 Black creators and businesses across the state of Iowa and have engaged and drawn in over 1,000 people throughout the course of our events. Akyn also provides Black youth with networking opportunities, cultural environments, safe spaces, artistic opportunities, community building, and economic growth, all within the Black community. Throughout the creation of Akyn, I have hosted and curated 13 different events, some of the most notable being these 4 right here. The very first event I ever did was the Sneaker Drive in 2021, which is an event where I gave back sneakers free of charge to any youth that came through. Other events I've done are the Black Market Connections, which was in Iowa City at the Stanley Museum of Art, and the Black Ice Art Showcase, which is at Reliable Street in Ames. Both those events were Black art events that had Black vendors, Black performers, and Black businesses. And my most recent event was the Black Art Mecca Volume 3. These are some of the notable locations that Akyn has been able to have events at. As you can see, some of the biggest being Waterworks Park Amphitheater, Woolies in Des Moines, XBK Live, Good Vibes Movements, and Reliable Street Names. This is the progress that Akyn has made this summer. We've hosted one of our biggest events to date, which is to the right, our Black Art Mecca Volume 3. We were able to gain many new resources and connections through CYstarters. We've grown our Instagram page exponentially, which has been our main social media, and we also have very exciting news with an official partnership with Des Moines Public Schools, which will allow us to have after-school programs for the minority youth and Black youth. This is the event I told you guys about earlier, my Black Art Mecca Volume 3. At this event, we had over 300 people in attendance, 26 different vendors from across the state, and 17 different Black performers from across the state of Iowa. And this is some of the pictures. That middle picture is some of the performers that we were able to still get in contact with and take a picture before the event was over. These are some of the upcoming goals that I have with Akyn. Our first goal is to finish the website and finish our t-shirt designs. We also want to have events every 2 months. We actually have an event coming up September 8th, and that's going to be at the Stanley Museum of Art, and it's going to be another Black art event. And we also want to further expand our team because our team currently is only 2 people, and we have to balance school and a lot of extracurricular activities that we do. But with that, we've been able to have great success with 13 events like I stated before. You guys can scan this QR code if you want to learn more about Akyn, or you guys can come to my table. If you guys know any Black businesses, Black creators, or any minority youth or Black youth in the state of Iowa that needs these events, please come to my table and give me their contact information. And if you guys would like to, I'm accepting donations as well, so we can fund and get future money to get bigger venues because they're very expensive. Thank you, guys. Next up, we have Cindy Friest with Friest Designs.
Celebrating a friend or family's special occasion comes with the task of finding a gift, and you want something individual to them. You come to me where we work together to create a custom piece. When they finally receive their gift and you see their face light up, you know you've made the right choice. Today, more than ever, people are looking for something unique, which is hard to find in those big box stores. This has turned Etsy into a household name, but there's a problem with that too. As you scroll through the listings, you find that many sellers are offering similar options with the same styles. At Friest Designs, we provide custom and signature designs. With my custom process, clients are involved throughout to ensure they're getting something that truly fits them. You can see a few of these examples here. My signature designs are different from others on the market with their bright illustrations and distinct lettering styles developed over the past few years. My name is Sydney Friest, and I'm the founder of Friest Designs. I recently earned my BFA in graphic design and have 4 years of experience in brush lettering. During COVID, I began creating signs for local families. Today, I continue to create signs, and all of the products you'll see throughout these slides are all hand-designed and open for customs. Last year, I expanded into stickers and have since developed a collection of more than 80 designs. In 2023, Friest Designs has sold more than 1,000 stickers. Cards and stationery such as notepads have also been a hit, of which we recently sold 100 cards in a single weekend and have more than 50 designs. Ornaments have been offered for 2 years. However, keychains are a newer addition. During the holidays, ornaments get really popular as I offer on-the-spot customs at local markets. Additionally, Friest Designs is licensed to create Iowa State products, which we currently offer in stickers and keychains. While there is a little bit of something for everyone, the primary market is women from ages 18 to 35. Friest Designs has received many great reviews, a few of which you can see here, often from those who have purchased customs. In 2023, Friest Designs has made a lot of progress, with sales at summer markets up by 41% compared to spring markets. So far, I've attended 13, with plans to attend more than 25 this year. At these markets, Friest Designs has served over 400 customers and has sold 100 stickers in only 4 hours. Since not everyone can shop in person, Friest Designs products are also available online at my newly launched website and in our Etsy shop. Since beginning an Etsy shop, Friest Designs products have shipped to 19 states and Canada. You can also find us at various retail locations across the state. This summer, Friest Designs has doubled the number of wholesale partners we work with to include Innovate 1858 and the Boho Vase in Ankeny. Looking at what's next for Friest Designs, we have a stationery drop, of which you'll be able to shop a few of those designs as a first look today at my booth. I will also be beginning workshops and on-site events, the first of which will be a September Sunset Soiree, where I will be leading a brush lettering workshop. Additionally, Friest Designs will begin our fall and holiday market schedule soon. The joy Friest Designs gives is truly what keeps people coming back. So help me brighten your day by scanning the code or stopping by my booth to shop or find your next custom piece and get a free sticker while you're at it. Thank you. Next up, we have Denzel Decker with Fly Designs.
In case no one told you today, you are loved, you are beautiful, and you are worthy. Hello, my name is Denzel Decker of Fly Designs, where I create apparel and home goods to raise awareness for mental health. 1 in 5 Americans suffer with their mental health every year. Mental illness is the #1 cause of hospitalization for people under the age of 40. And suicide is the 2nd leading cause of death for kids aged 10 to 14. These are just a few statistics showing just how prominent mental health is in our society. And that's why it's important that we start the conversation surrounding it, because there's a huge stigma built up, and it can be really uncomfortable to seek help when you need it. So that's where my mission for Fly Designs is. It's to raise awareness for mental health through affirmational clothing and home goods, as well as education and positive outreach. Here's a little look at my logo. So Fly Designs actually stands for Freely Love Yourself, and is something that can be seen throughout my promotional, my products, and everything else that I do with my brand, and is a message that I hope all of my customers will be invited to practice. This summer, I have launched some t-shirts. So I have short sleeve and long sleeve options in 2 different designs and 8 colorways total. I also have stickers. The t-shirts were all made in Des Moines, Iowa, and the stickers were produced in Waukon, Iowa, my hometown, because it was very important to me that I keep production as local as possible. Some things I'm doing already to promote mental health awareness is on my website, I have a page dedicated to mental health resources, including phone numbers and web links, and I will continue to grow that list as my brand builds. And within every single t-shirt included in my private labeling, I have put the suicide crisis hotline so that people never have to question. In terms of shipping, all of my packaging is biodegradable, so I can create as little environmental impact as possible. Every order receives a thank you card, which has some statistics talking about mental health, as well as a handwritten note and a free sticker. I've grown my social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I not only do promotional posts, but also post giving tips about how to help with your mental health, how to help your friends, and just some affirmations to brighten up people's days. Since launching my website on June 28th, I have sold just over $800 worth of product, which has been so exciting to see, and I'm extremely grateful for the program for allowing me to get the resources to be able to launch my brand. Here are a few positive reviews from customers. One of them's in the audience today, so you'll see his lovely face. But yes, so lots of positive feedback already. The latest thing that I started is I have some art prints. I just got those today, so extremely excited about that. I love making art, I love painting, so anything that I can do to bring positivity. Moving forward, I am going to work on building a text and email list so that I can reach out to people personally and give them any tips or affirmations just to help them out and make sure that they stay connected and realize the importance of taking care of themselves. And I'll also stay up to date on my social media, and finally connecting with mental health organizations so that I can give back money to them to support their mission and help out in any other way that I can. So with nearly 60 million Americans suffering with their mental health every year, I think it's time that we start the conversation and break down the stigma surrounding the topic so that no one else has to fight alone. You can scan this QR code to take a look at my website or come visit me at my booth today. And also, one last thing, in honor of this being 11 of the best weeks of my life, making so many great connections and being able to launch this and hopefully help out a lot of people along the way, I will be donating 11% of every sale today to the Trevor Project, which is a mental health organization focused on reducing suicide rates among LGBTQ youth. Thank you. Next up, we'll have Foster Caspers with KickBack.
So, like Denzel said, my name is Foster Caspers, and I'm the owner and founder of KickBack. So right now, I want you guys to all think about someone that has ever influenced you in your life, whether that be just a celebrity that you like to keep tabs on, or maybe even someone that you have a relationship with. For me, that was my little brother, Bauer. Sorry, I actually said his name. My little brother, Bauer, really influenced me just with fashion. Ever since a young age, he would always just look up high fashion brands and just be super into it. So kind of sparked my interest in the topic as well. And now a few years later, I have a clothing brand, so that's kind of funny. So something I noticed in my generation specifically is this kind of hustle culture that really cultivates Gen Z, I guess, specifically, if you want to call it that. But also, so I just kind of noticed this hustle culture. So I kind of wanted to do something different and spread the message that it's okay to just kick back and relax. So, like I just said, I started KickBack, which is a clothing brand, to spread the message that it's okay to take a break and just kick back. So again, why clothing? I chose a clothing brand because I've always been into fashion, like my brother kind of influenced me to get into, as well as obviously it's just a really easy way to spread a message that everyone can kind of relate to. So one of our advantages is not only do we spread tranquility through our designs, but also through the fabric and the fit that we sell to as well. So a lot of our designs, you'll notice, are oversized. This is to kind of build that relaxation and fit, or relaxation through the fit that we provide. So a little bit about our design process. I'll first start off kind of dumping all my ideas and inspirations on my notebook, and then I'll take that into Adobe Illustrator and then color it up, make it look a little bit more pretty so that my manufacturer can look at it and then just create it. Next, I'll get a sample in, and then I'll kind of touch it up, make it up to my standards if I didn't like something. And then I'll get it in for drop day, and then we will drop it to the public. So a little bit about our traction before and after CYstarters. So before CYstarters, I was doing this thing called print on demand. Maybe you guys are familiar with it, maybe not. Really, all you need to know is it limited my creativity, quality of the product, and also the demand that my product had. So during CYstarters, through the funding that they gave us, I was actually able to produce my first manufactured product, which I saw it on the sales side as well. So our first ever drop, I had around 2 sales. And then now after our first ever manufactured product, we had 23 sales, so that was pretty cool. And then obviously in the future, we're looking to get into the hands of just influencers and more people through scalability, and we're projected to hit around 40 sales for our next drop. So with that all being said, please go follow us on Instagram at @KickBackBrand_. I would also love for you guys to come see me at my booth. I have some product on hand ready to sell, as well as some prototypes that I would love to get your guys' feedback on. And oh yeah, also if you scan this QR code right here, you can get email updates as well as early access to our next drops. So a little thing that we say at KickBack is take things as they come, handle what you can, and everything will work out. Thank you. Next up, we have Josiah and Joshua Graves with Ensemble.
Hi, everybody. My name is Josiah.
And I'm his not-so-little brother, Joshua.
And we are Ensemble, a social media app focused on creating a community around musicians and their fans, as well as online collaboration. One of the greatest artists of all time, Prince, said that record contracts are just like slavery, and he'll tell any young artist, do not sign. Taylor Swift, Johnny Cash, Lil Wayne have all said similar things to this, so what's going on with these shiesty record labels? A record label is going to look for a young and naive artist and give them nice and flashy things once they sign, but then they're going to lock them into a contract where they're getting 70 to 90% of their earnings taken from them. This is not a typo. This is simply unfair for the artist, and this blueprint was designed to make everybody money besides the musician. Our next problem are music deserts, and these are zones where there's a lack of opportunity for musicians. Behind me, you can see there's some cities marked off. We have Salt Lake City, Chicago, Nashville, Prague, Vienna. These are all considered music hubs, and if you're outside of these hubs, it is very difficult to gain any traction in your career because the market for music is almost non-existent. And you can go to apps like TikTok or Instagram, but the problem with these apps are that they are oversaturated with content from many, many different genres of entertainment. So not only are you competing with musicians, but you also have to compete with a plethora of other entertainers. Our last problem is a lack of community, and this can be summarized really well with a story about our third co-founder, Lucas McCamey, who is also our god brother, and he goes to Cornell in Ithaca, New York. One night he was playing the guitar, and he wanted to have a piano accompany that guitar, and he wanted to hear him at the same time. The problem was he didn't have anybody around him that played piano that he knew, and he didn't have an outlet to reach out to any pianist that could help him. So being the go-getter that Lucas is, he tried to play the piano with his toes, and he was playing the guitar with his hands. And it turns out he made the most beautiful song I've ever heard. No, the song was terrible. But this was an example of failing forward because this was the genesis of our application Ensemble.
All right, guys, let's get into the fun part. Ensemble is very unique because it's the first social networking app for musicians where they can have a jam session virtually from anywhere on earth. And what's unique about us is that our collaboration starts directly in the feed. So let's say I'm scrolling through Ensemble and I see Lucas's post where he's trying to play the piano with his toes. I just feel either willing in my heart to give him some help, so I would simply hold down on his post and our circle of riffs comes up. From there, I would hold down on the piano and the wheel would load up and send me to the live record page where I would then upload either a track or I could play the piano while recording myself to his music, hence creating a remix. Next, we have our band boards, and the purpose of the band boards is kind of to gauge how you're doing within the Ensemble community. And the Encore is our monthly competition, and so the goal is to reach a top 25 slot on these on the band boards. And if you do reach one of those slots, you will be placed on our Ensemble Jams playlist that is exported to 150 different sites. And then lastly, if you're not a musician or you're like me and you can't sing whatsoever, there's still a place for you in the Ensemble community. Let's say you have a favorite artist or your friend makes music or you just come across a post on Ensemble that you really like. You can boost that post with a jam boost that gives it a little bit more exposure in the Ensemble community. The entertainment industry, especially the music industry, can be a hard beast to tackle. And thankfully, we had the CYstarters to help us. Not only did they give us great mentorship, I will then give a special shout out to our mentor, Todd Van Tomey, who helped us with legal stuff and our end user license agreement. But the CYstarters program also gave us once-in-a-lifetime networking opportunities that helped us create our value proposition that kind of helped us narrow down what we needed for our final launch coming very soon. If you're interested or know any musicians that would be interested in our app, feel free to come stop by our stand after this. You can also scan this QR code to sign up for our beta test that should be out within a few weeks.
To wrap this up, the CYstarters program was truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We want to thank the JPEG team, not only for making us better businessmen, but also making us better men overall. We want to thank all the educators that came in and gave us education sessions. They were all valuable in their own way. I want to thank everybody in this cohort for being so lovely and bright. We thank you for being with us through all the ups and downs of our application. And finally, y'all took time out of your day to come listen to us, tell you about Ensemble. We thank you so much for that, and we hope to see you at our booth. Thank you. Next up, we got my boy Grant Stotts with Chain Wrestling.
College wrestling athletes all over the nation are looking for NIL deals with the new rule change. The new rule change can consist of athletes making money off their name, image, and likeness. Hi, my name is Grant Stotts. With being an athlete at Iowa State for the past 5 years, I realized the struggle and how hard it is to find these NIL deals. The problem can consist of lack of NIL opportunities for high school and college athletes. Another problem is these athletes are uneducated on the new rule change. And also, the last problem is the lack of customer service across the board from the wrestling athletic brands. How we are different are we focus on educating the athlete on NIL deals while they are with us, as long as growing their brand. We are also locked in on having top-tier customer service for our customers and teams. We are also known, and one of the best things is giving back to the wrestling community. The process for an athlete at Chain Wrestling can consist of finding a top-tier college athlete, educating them on NIL, and then having them sign an NIL contract. Then next we move on to the design phase, where I work. This is where I work with the athlete on designing a design that they want and that also we want. And then we upload it to our store where the public can purchase. This is how we make money and also the athlete. We currently have over 17 signature athletes that stretch across 10 Division I schools. On the board you can see Illinois, Iowa State, Wyoming, Wisconsin. Then we also have Ohio State, Indiana, and plenty of more. We also are locked in on having some of the top-tier college athletes in the nation right now. We've also had 3 world team members and 1 national champ a part of our team. Not only do we do athletes, but we also work with teams and clubs across the nation. In In the past year and a half, we've recently got our first Division I school to do an NIL apparel store with us, and that was the University of Illinois. We have also done podcasts, high schools, and teams and clubs across the nation. Some of the products on their websites can consist of customizable t-shirts, singlets, hoodies, hats, phone cases, and plenty of more things. Other ways we help market our athletes is through blogs, social media, and podcasts. This helps build our athlete's brand. This is where our athlete gets known and grows on their following. In our first year and a half, our social media has grown like crazy with over 9,000 followers on Instagram, and then we also have platforms on Facebook and Twitter. We have also partnered with 3 companies in the past year. We've done a collab with Crocs to do customizable Crocs that sold out in just the first day. We're also NIL Network verified, which is a hub where athletes and coaches can go to help build their brand. And then we've also partnered with the nonprofit Beat the Streets, which is a company that helps get kids off the streets and into the wrestling room. In our first year and a half, we have had over $140,000 in total sales. This next year, we're expected to have over $300,000 in total sales. With saying all that, I'd love you to scan our QR code to shop our chain wrestling collection or stop over at our booth and learn and shop more. Thank you. Next up, we have Andrew Cannon with Raw Clothing Company.
So the harsh truth is we live in a broken world. There's pain, suffering, sickness, and disease all around us every day, as I'm sure you are all aware. Thankfully, however, that is not the end of the story, because for all of us here today, we have a living hope, and his name is Jesus. Now, when I was 12 years old, God captivated my heart, and he radically changed my life. Now, nearly a decade later, he has still captivated my heart every single day and challenging me in new ways to share the good news that has so drastically changed my life with others. So hello, my name is Andrew Cannon, and I design expressive streetwear, helping young believers match their style with their core beliefs. And Raw Clothing Company, just to mention, the name Raw is a Hebrew word and a name given to God that means shepherd. So I want to be super clear that I myself and my brand cannot and will not ever be able to solve the problem that is the broken world that we live in. That is a God-sized problem and something only he can and will fix one day. So all that I aim to do with my brand is to cultivate confidence in the faith of young believers, ultimately pointing others to the real solution, that is Jesus. Now, as you can see here, these are some of the products that I've designed and created this summer. And all of our t-shirts are made using a brand called Comfort Colors that is known for its high quality. And as I mentioned, I designed all of the designs on the t-shirts as well, ultimately aiming to reach a fairly unreached market. And I have a very high expectation for the brand as well, where all of our clothing and products are made by believers for believers. Now, our business model consists of an e-commerce website where the majority of our sales are typically made. And we also are active on just about every primary social media platform. And then our competitive advantage is ultimately the intersection between affordability and quality. So I want you guys to think about a time, maybe you bought a $10 or a $15 t-shirt, you thought you got a great deal on it. You wear it once and it's great, but then you wash it and it shrinks. And then it never fits right again and it just sits in your closet for years and years. This has happened to me one too many times. And for that reason, I understand that as a consumer, people want high-quality products that are going to last a long time, that they can wear over and over again and truly love. And so that is what I'm trying to create with these products. Now, if we zoom out just a little bit, we can see that the Christian apparel industry is actually a $1 billion market. It generates roughly $4.5 billion annually. And then the top 3 competitors just in the Christian streetwear industry generates roughly $14 million annually. And where I'm at currently with Raw, I am projected to reach about $1.5K in sales by the end of this month. Now, this summer in CYstarters, we have made a ton of tremendous progress thanks to some amazing mentors here I've been paired with, as well as this amazing cohort and just the amazing staff here at CYstarters through Iowa State. So some of our most notable accomplishments this summer include officially launching the brand in our first collection that you can see here just this last week, actually, as well as we have nearly doubled all of our social media following across our platforms. And I've also created a new accessory product that will be officially releasing and available for sale today. And coming up soon, I'll also be partnering with a local brand, so be on the lookout for that. Now I want to close with one of my favorite Bible verses, that is Matthew 5:15. And it says, "Nobody lights a lamp and puts it under a basket, but rather on a lampstand, and it gives light to all those who are in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others." So thank you guys for listening. If you would go ahead and scan this QR code, it'll take you straight to our website. You can sign up for our newsletter, and it'll keep you up to date with everything that we're doing. You can also follow us on social media, and I would love to have you come visit me at my table. I would love to tell you more about my story, and I'll also have products for sale. So thank you.
Got it. All right. Wow. Those were amazing. Good job, you guys. I've gotten to see like so many rounds of practice with these folks, and that was everybody's best. So way to go. Way to bring it. All right, so before we let you all loose to go get food and drinks and network with all these wonderful businesses, we've got some money to give away through our awards. So first we're gonna do our CYstarters Alumni Awards. So we are giving away 3 $2,500 awards today to alumni of our program. We had a ton of great companies submit and give us updates on the great progress they've been making, which is always so fun to read. And it was super hard for us to choose today. So we were gonna do 2, we did 3. We're gonna support as many businesses as we can. So the first group that we are awarding this year has won over $10,000 in pitch competitions. They've seen month-over-month growth of 28%. They are currently at like $1,300 a month of revenue and growing. They have 15 contract employees, and they have over 100 customers who are subscribed monthly to their program. These 2 are always the first people to respond to my emails and say yes when I ask them to volunteer for something or to be a part of an experience or opportunity. And so I am super excited to recognize Colin and Jacob of Campus Town Trading.
Congrats, gentlemen. Good job. Dylan? So our second Alumni Award winner started because he was a computer science nerd and loved to fix things and helped a neighbor with a brewing company app to help monitor the brewery. He has expanded beyond breweries, works with other manufacturers, fully bootstrapped the business, did CYstarters, graduated, had job offers like crazy, and is full-time in the business, which is really awesome. So that's really great. While here, he won over $12,000 in competitions. He continues to work with accelerators. He's been at the ILT Academy, in G-Beta in Minnesota, and is a semifinalist in the Minnesota Cup. So he's still competing and winning money to bootstrap his business. Over 140,000 in revenue, and I don't think he's here, right? Dylan didn't make it, but Dylan, if any of you remember, Dylan Joensen, oh my goodness, his business name's not on here. Oh, what are they called? Is it on there? JAS, thank you, I couldn't remember the initials. JAS Solutions with his brother, but Dylan Joensen, who's not here, but congrats to Dylan.
Okay. And our third award winner today started out CYstarters with a very different business than the model they have today. They started as a company who wanted to feature coffee roasters and create really strong marketing for them and then create a subscription box. They quickly realized that that's a pretty small market, and so they pivoted and grew, and they are now a marketing firm based out of the Des Moines area. They have had 100% year-over-year growth for their first 3 years in business. They have a 100% retention rate of the customers that they've worked with. They have 7 team members, 4 of which are full-time, 3 are part-time, and in the next few months, they're upgrading their space from 500 square feet to over 3,200 square feet. So growing, and I'm so proud of these two for the way they've pivoted and just continue to work hard and create this amazing marketing firm called TH Media. So Joe and Nicholas, which I'm not sure if they made it here today or not, are the winners of our third award. I think it's safe. Just one. Okay. Supporter first? Okay. Okay, so the Ted Bair Award is in honor of Ted Bair, and we have 2 awards, a supporter of the program and then a student from the cohort who exemplifies Ted's characteristics. So this year's CYstarter that we chose for the Ted Bair Award is someone who has always shown up. They're always on time. They have not missed a single day of the program. They have helped everybody else in the cohort. They're the first ones there to ask, can I help carry your equipment? Can I help clean up? Can I help you practice? They're a cheerleader and respectful, hardworking, and this year's winner is Andrew Nguyen with Chingu's Barbecue.
So that goes in the wall in our office, and you will join some other wonderful Ted Bair type people, but it also comes with a $1,000 scholarship, so congratulations, Andrew. Yay. And then we also, who here remembers Ted? A lot of people. Just the greatest person and the best cheerleader for CYstarters. We also then created an award for a Ted Bair supporter award. And the prize for that is usually a gift card to Hy-Vee, because Ted loved to eat at Hy-Vee. We could go to lunch, and his salad had the most stuff on it and weighed the least, and he could make the most, I don't know, economical salad that there ever was. And so we always give a Hy-Vee gift card to our supporter award. Our supporter is not here, but do we need to put up? At least Andrew. Is someone who I connected with, an Iowa State grad, connected with right before COVID, who came up, learned about this program, said, gosh, this is great. I'd love to get involved, love to help. And then COVID hit, and we had to do a virtual program. So after that, he circled back, and he runs an investment company in Houston and is very involved in our program. But he, on his own dime, and takes his time and travel and comes up every year for the last 3 years and spends either 1 or 2 days with our CYstarters, coaching them, giving them help with their pitches. Just a tremendous supporter. Had a super, super, super busy summer and still made time to fly up on his own to come and spend time with the students. He's not here, but we also had dinner. Y'all got to have dinner with Keith. And I just gave away his name, but everybody, that's okay. And we, I think, have a video of Keith. So he can't be here today. He was here 2 weeks ago. Is that when we were here? Keith Kruer, who is an Iowa State grad and contributes a lot of time. So I think we have a video for Keith, from Keith. So we let him know he's a winner.
Hi, this is Keith Kruer. Thank you so much for this recognition. I am proud to be a supporter of Iowa State entrepreneurship. I've been very fortunate over the years to have worked with a number of great business partners and mentors, but I wish we would have had these programs when I graduated from Iowa State back in 1981. It would have saved me a lot of hard knocks over my own startup journey through the years. I believe CYstarters is something special. It is experiential training that will be invaluable to you in any business endeavor, whether you build a startup or you end up in a corporate position in the future. It teaches you to open your eyes to really address problems and to find marketable solutions that will actually work. But most importantly, I want to applaud all of you for spending your summer break trying to learn and build something. That shows the initiative and drive that every startup founder must have to be successful. But creating a startup is very hard, and just like my mentors always helped me, I'm here to pay it forward to you. So thanks again. Good luck to everybody today. Go start something. I look forward to seeing your success in the future. Thank you.
So Keith also gave financial support to the Ivy College of Business to create a scholarship for entrepreneurial students. And one of those scholarship recipients is Maddy Ladehoff. So she's a Keith Career Scholar. So Keith has been just a tremendous support of the program. And sorry he can't be here. He's already made one trip here. But thank you to Keith and congratulations.
All right, the next award we're giving away today is the Clayton Mooney Award. So like I said in the beginning, Clayton was a member of the first cohort, and he has now for 3 years, I think, given back to the program through an award. So Clayton chose from this year's cohort a team or person who showed a lot of hustle and grit and who worked really hard throughout the summer, and that was noticed by Clayton. So I will share what he wrote. When I think of successful founders, it comes down to execution. People who aren't afraid to roll up their sleeves and figure it out as they go. For this year's award winner, I've witnessed that in Tommy and Mike at Tom Collins Soap Co. Keep building.
Do you just want a picture of them? You can just take a picture even though we don't have anything to hold. With the Megan. Oh, is Clayton here? No. Oh, Annie, you can come up. Be in this word from Clayton Farms. Also a former CYstarter, now working for Clayton Farms. Again, everybody stays connected. It's awesome. Okay, the Mystery Judge Awards. And if I was one of those 5 people, I would be really wanting to run right now because how in the world are you going to pick 5 out of all these amazing students? We're going to reveal each of our Mystery Award winners. Before we do, another shout out to Kurt and Kristen Jaden for making this possible. Thank you so much. It is awesome. So what we're going to do is reveal our mystery judges one by one. They will come up to introduce themselves and the winner that they picked. We gave them no criteria. Normally when we do competitions, we have a metric, a rubric. They all decide who's the best winner. We said this is your call. You might like their business plan. You might like their presentation. You might have an affinity what they're creating. Whatever it is, their call, which also makes it doubly hard to choose. So our first mystery judge happens to be Kurt Jaden. So come on up, Kurt.
What not a relaxing day having to listen to all of you. Judi really put me to work on this. So first of all, congratulations and thank you to all of you. Very difficult. I get to go first, which probably is easiest for some people, right, David? Perhaps others, Judi, I don't know. But I wrote down 4 things as I went through this for this individual who gave it. I said they identified a problem, They had a great plan, they had a great pitch, and I believe they've got potential to make great profits. So I selected Perfect Plantista.
Yes, you can keep the little thing, but it also comes with a $1,000 scholarship, so pretty cool. Kurt, thank you again. Next, mystery judge, Kaylee Williams, the managing director of InnoVenture Iowa. Managing director, is that the right? I don't have your title up there. Kaylee, come on up.
Wow. What great pitches. This was a very difficult decision. What stood out to me for the winner that I picked, this team listened to their customers. They iterated their product, and they are building in step with the users who will ultimately become the buyers of their product. So I picked Eugene and Dakota from Bovi-Jet. Come on up.
I'm looking, investment director, right? I said it wrong. Thank you, sorry about that. Our next mystery jugs, Max, a former co-starter, a former CYstarter. What cohort? 2018, so cohort 3. Awesome. Max is also with a startup here in Ames, Slater, Grossman Technology CEO and founder, Max Gainstead.
There's not a lot of criteria for this, so I thought, how am I going to pick a winner? Should I pick which one would I actually buy? And so I ended up going with the presentation that I felt like showed the best problem statement of this is the problem and why we need our product, as well as how it's helping. So I picked True Force Technologies because it seemed like a fantastic product and really showed what their problem was and how their problem solved that, or how their solution solved the problem.
Max, you have to make sure to bench press and see if you can win today. Congratulations. We have an experienced mystery judge, someone who's done this before and didn't say, no, it's too hard, I'm not doing this again. But please welcome back Adrian Greenwald, VentureNet Iowa.
Thank you, Judi. And again, incredibly difficult. You all did a really, really wonderful job. You understood the assignment. Some of your presentations are better than some that I've seen for people that are really pitching for money. That being said, I'm a firm believer that the world needs more love. So Fly Designs, come on up.
Denzel, I'll buy one of your shirts for Adrian. Thank you. And now our last mystery judge, who used to get to go first and now gets to go last, David Spalding.
You know, usually the challenge of going first is there's a world of possibilities to choose from, and how do you narrow it down? This year, the problem with going last was there's a world of possibilities, and I was having trouble narrowing it down to number five on my list. So I want to start by saying, let's give another round of applause for all the presenters. What an outstanding job they did. And they got there in part because of the outstanding work that the Papa John's Center team did. Papa John's Center team, please stand. Let's thank you for the great work you did with CYstarters this year. So for me, we all need a little more music in our lives. We all need to stick it to those record companies. And I'm going with Ensemble, Josiah, and Joshua.
Before we get to the final closing, at least one of the students wants to present Megan with some flowers because she has led all of this, so thank you, Megan. You can set it back. No, and I'm not kidding. Some of you saw these students pitch through other competitions. Amazing, and I really credit Megan pushing them to really, really be dynamic, and you all were dynamic. And Megan, you're the best, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, wow. Thank you, guys. It's truly been my pleasure to work with you all this summer, and I am so, so proud of all the progress you've made and the showcase that you put on today. I hope you all enjoyed these presentations. The businesses just get better and better every week, so definitely go visit their booths, get on their email list. They are going to grow. I know that they are. The next part of the night is networking, open reception time. So we have drinks in the back, we've got food for you, and all of the businesses are set up at a table. I know we've got some crepes for sale, we've got Chingu's barbecue taste testing, we've got soap, everybody's got products here for you to purchase today. So please network with each other, network with the businesses, and help us continue to support these 15 great businesses. Thank you all for a great summer, and congratulations, Cohort 8. You are officially CYstarters alumni.